Bruins would be 17,850. For Bruins, it bumps up to 19. Sorry, for Celtics, that's Bruins. For Celtics, it bumps up to 19,156. And then, like for a concert, like this Friday night, or comedy show, depending on if it's a center stage or an end stage, we can get up to 19,580. It's almost 20,000 people. And I mean, that's pretty much standard size for like an NBA, NHL arena. Obviously, if you go to Gillette Stadium or like another NFL arena, stadiums, they're huge. I mean, Gillette's like 80,000 people. Outdoors, you just have way more space. This is about standard size for like an NBA, NHL team. But yeah, so we're on the banner level right now. You can see not all the banners are actually up right now. So the Bruins ones are the ones closest to us right here. The black one is for the President's Trophy when they had the best record in the regular season. They actually had that 2 years ago. And then the white ones are divisional or conference championships. Honestly, those ones don't really matter as much. The only ones that matter for the Bruins are the yellow ones. Those are the Stanley Cups. So they've been around for 100 years. This was their centennial year. They started in 1924. So they go chronologically. The one on the far right is from 1929. That's the oldest one. Most recent one, last time they won a cup was 2011. So that's the one that's right here. You can actually see on the banners too, their logos change over time. So each banner represents that. Like they have their original logo, and the V kind of gets tweaked over the years. And now the most recent one has like what they call the spoke V. The Bruins have been to the finals twice since then. They lost in 2013 to Chicago in 6 games, and then they lost in 2019 to St. Louis in 7 games. So they've been really close. But like I said, the President's Trophy is actually almost a curse because it's like it's been proven over and over again in the NHL. Teams that win it typically don't win the Stanley Cup as well. I think they kind of go too hard in the regular season. Once the postseason comes around, they're kind of like gassed. Because the Bruins had the best record ever in the regular season 2 years ago, and they lost in the first round of the playoffs to Florida.
They blew a 3-1 lead.
That as well. And then they actually lost to the Panthers this year in the second round of the playoffs. So that's like their big nemesis right now.
It wasn't fun.
It's not fun.
I agree.
It's not fun at all. It's kind of the life of a Bruins fan for sure.
But this is cool.
This is pretty cool, right? So all the yes.
The circles.
Yeah, so the retired numbers. There's actually, Bruins have 12 retired numbers. You'll see there's only 6 of them up right now. The other 6 they've had down, they're just cleaning them and fixing them. So these go numerically. Eddie Shore, number 2, is closest to us. All the way on the far right is Ray Borg, 77. The 2 most recent retired numbers for the Bruins, 16, Rick Middleton, and 22, Willie O'Ree. Willie O'Ree was actually the first black player in the NHL. In addition to that, what most people don't know, he was actually 95% blind in one of his eyes. So he was the first black player in NHL, which is a huge deal. And then he was also basically playing like with one eye. So it's an incredible story.
The first.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And he's actually still alive too. He's in his early 90s, but he still comes to games and stuff every year. He's an amazing, awesome guy. So the other banners we have here in the middle, you guys are local, so you've probably heard of the Bean Pot. Bean Pot is college hockey for Division I colleges and universities in Boston. Boston College, Boston University, Harvard, Northeastern. They have a tournament every February here, men's and women's tournaments. So Northeastern, you can see, won both the men's and women's tournaments this year. They actually had the women's final here for the first time this past February, which is a big deal. It was like a sold-out crowd. It used to be the women's finals would be at like campus sites. So it was a big deal that they had it here, and it was like a huge success. It's definitely going to be here moving forward, I'm sure. So the Celtics banners are on the far side. We'll actually go see those on the far side, a little closer up. So there's 17 up there right now. Of course, they won last month, their 18th banner. That actually broke the tie. They had a tie with the Lakers for most titles in NBA history, 17. So now that they beat the Mavericks in June, now they have 18, so they have the most. Their 2024 banner will be up there in the fall when they have like their home opener. They'll have like a banner raising ceremony. They'll have to get like their championship rings. But the Celtics are, I mean, you can't really argue it now. They're the most storied franchise in NBA history. Been around since 1946. They also have 23 retired numbers technically, and then there's 1 nickname that's retired. So the banners, there's 3 banners that have all the retired numbers for the Celtics. Those, of course, are down right now. They're cleaning those as well. So the 1 name is a guy named Jim Loskatov. He was number 18. He didn't want his number retired, so he just put his nickname Losky on the banner with all the other numbers. And then his 18 was later taken by Dave Cowens, who became a Hall of Famer as well. So 18 is up there. if the court was down, if the parquet was down, you would see a number 6 is permanently on there. That's for Bill Russell. Bill Russell, like Jackie Robinson in Major League Baseball, his number is retired throughout the league. So like LeBron James used to be number 6, but then when they retired number 6, LeBron went back to number 23. No one will ever have number 6 again in the NBA. Also on the court, Red Auerbach's signature is in cursive. So Red was the GM and head coach of like the early Celtics dynasty. The Celtics, especially in the early years of their existence, were a powerhouse. Like they won 8 titles in the 50s, and the 8 titles from the 50s into the 60s. And in the 60s, they won 9 out of the 10 years. It was a much smaller league at that time. There were many fewer teams, but they count the same. So I mean, the only North American sports team that has more titles than them is the Montreal Canadiens. They have 24, but it's kind of like the Celtics. They won a lot of those when the NHL was much smaller, and the Canadiens haven't won a Stanley Cup since 1993, so it's been a really long time. And that's like the Bruins' big rival, so we don't like to give them any credit for anything. So the Celtics actually, they've had just unbelievable history. How it works here is that the ice, if the ice was out, that would be the bottom level. Once the Bruins season is over, they melt the ice. During the season, there's what's called a subfloor that they would put over the ice. Then over that, they can put the parquet. Parquet, the Celtics court comes out in basically like what looks like puzzle pieces, and that's how they know where to put them. The group is called the Bull Gang that changes over from the court to the ice or to the concert floor, whatever it may be. Some of the most important people in the Garden, like they can be really busy, especially in the spring, if both teams are in the playoffs. Typically, it takes them around 5.5 hours to change over. Their record time for doing it is 2 hours and 12 minutes, which is like a crazy fast time. There's usually one day every season. It's usually Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. They'll have a Bruins game in the afternoon and a Celtics game at night. So for those days, they bring in like double the amount of people to help them, and they can do it in like 2.5 hours or so. There's a lot of cool time-lapse videos online you can find of like just a couple minutes long where they show like the court changing over to the rink or vice versa.
Well, like that, for example, like there's some work happening. Like it looks like I think are they setting up a stage? It looks like
concert for Friday.
Oh, excuse me. I had a feeling.
Yeah, when we were here yesterday, I mean that looked completely different. They just had the very bottom piece of the stage, and now they're putting like the floor basically of the stage.
Excuse me?
Yes.
So let's say the Bruins, if they lost like an early playoff run, but the Celtics make it all the way to finals like this year, do they prematurely melt the ice and just put the parquet on top of the blank floor?
Correct. Yep. Whenever the Bruins season's over, they get rid of the ice because the ice obviously is a lot to maintain. If you're here during a Bruins game or even their morning skate, the building is way colder than it is now. I mean, it's actually pretty cool right now with the air conditioning, but like for the Bruins to maintain the ice, if you've been to any hockey arena at any level, it's always pretty cold usually. So
Bring your jacket.
exactly.
So what band is going to be playing coming up?
I think it's a bunch of people. It's called the Queens of R&B. It's like a bunch of different singers. It's on Friday night. You guys see. That's like a concession stand. So if you were here, it's a good question. So this level actually used to be just for the media. They made these 2 levels of seats, and then they also added the rafters, the leather seats down there.
What up, Sigmas? I'm so skippy.
Just to add more seating. The 300 level, the balcony used to be the top floor. This was actually where, the media, you can see the media across from here. They added, like where that 2 tiers is across from us. In 2022, when the Celtics were in the finals against the Warriors, they had to add much more seating area.
Yeah, Mr. C in the video.
Like NBA finalists, or NBA is so popular these days
Mr. C in the video, people
worldwide. They get so much coverage from Europe, from Asia, all different continents. So they just needed more places to put people. So then this was to add, they just needed more seating for fans. And they added these concession stands, they added bars, like a couple different places to hang out, just to kind of make it updated. So, yeah.
Look at this menu. It's full. Pizza. Look, cheese pizza. Nachos.
How many times should we take it? Oh, we gotta stay with the group.
We're taking attendance only. The attendance is gonna take us. So. Dude, I'm still taking a video. Yo, what up, YouTube? This means you get seats anywhere. Yeah.
That's the application.
Go back off Marcus Carr's YouTube channel. No.
Yeah, look at this. Theater, and then was a jet pilot in the Korean War, and he was actually the wingman to John Glenn, the first American space. Larry Bird, Bob Gore, he doesn't really need any introduction. Larry Bird is the most important player in
Who is Jesus Shuttleworth? Handu. That's one breath. Another bar.
Yeah, I never do that.
No, my boy. You're an old man. You're an old man, Marcus.
I'm good. I do this all day.
Bro, this is a long YouTube video. Whole 12 minutes. Damn.
I need the views.
For the views. I wanted that.
I voted on that shit once. I remember
Chad,
that shit.
did I just say bogus?
Dude, I thought that was queso.
Queso was in
Dude, is it queso?
Queso.
Goofy, ah.
They were all made 1995 on, meaning that the whole building.
This glass is that thick. You know how hard it would be to shatter that glass? You could kick this thing. But you could kick this thing. Very hard to break this glass.
I know how
Anyway, let's just listen.
bone. It was shattered.
No, sure. But this would be very difficult to shatter. But you're right, it does look scary. You're right, too.
I mean,
I know
I'm taking a video.
which one shot.
Yeah, I need to cover my camera because I'm taking a video. Huh? I don't have any views. I'm struggling in my personal life.
The Jumbotron, they actually added, this is one of the bigger Jumbotrons for NBA or NHL arena. Obviously, if you go to a football stadium, like you go to a Cowboys stadium, ginormous, much bigger building.
Dutch Stadium has a huge
They
one.
just added a new one, yeah. They just added it, it's huge. But for NBA or NHL arena, it's actually
Are you recording it?
I'm taking photos meanwhile recording. I'm taking pictures meanwhile recording it because it's faster.
14 minutes and site in 20 seconds. Marcus Carr.
It's like an RC car, but it's a RC forklift. When you're all the way up here.
around like on the bottom floor, you'll see like there's stuff like everywhere. We've got the Celtics covered as like they just have the kind of
Bosses.
And then they reapply the prior to like
True. Next is maybe. No, I'm not. Okay.
Let's go, bud.
How much did you think it cost? Like a final? It's gonna be a premium.
Like this used to go.
Yep.
Like the tracks and the highways used to go.
Those ones are, yeah, kind of like old timey. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, we'll
So
go
this
through.
is the statue area.
Yeah, we have these two, and then there's the three right behind us.
No.
Explain it to us.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Excuse me.
So yeah, so we have 5 statues up here, 3 right there, 2 right here, all by the same artist, a guy named Armand Lamontagne. He's from Rhode Island originally. Each of these took around a year to construct. They're made out of basswood. The details on them are incredible. I mean, if you know what these people look like in real life, they're very lifelike. They're actually built to scale too, so like the actual size these people were. So actually, you know, that's the model of the whole Boston Garden, what that looks like. A lot of you probably haven't really seen much of what it looked like, so that's kind of a little.
No.
The subway actually, the train tracks were in front of it. The T used to go above ground, like right in front of the old building. So a lot of times you see pictures or videos of the old building, the T going by. So Carl Yastrzemski, the statue right here, one of the all-time great Red Sox, great hitter, great outfielder, he's an MLB Hall of Famer. Played his entire career in Boston, so he actually didn't get to win a World Series. Red Sox won a World Series in 1918, and then they didn't win another one until 2004. So there's 86 years between World Series, very long time. So a lot of great players like Carl.
This is my video.
How I do this.
He made the World Series in 1967 when they played Cincinnati. He actually won the Triple Crown that year, which is like one of the hardest things to do in baseball. He led the baseball in home runs, RBIs, and batting average. Only Miguel Cabrera in 2012 has done that since then, so it's really hard to do. His grandson Mike actually is on the San Francisco Giants. I know you guys are from the Massville area. Mike grew up in Andover, Mass, and then he went to St. John's Prep for high school. Then he went to Vanderbilt, drafted by the Giants.
The prep.
The Prep, yes.
Z-Prep.
And then he's on the Orioles, and he's traded to the Giants. So Carl usually goes to the games. The Giants were here earlier this season at Fenway. They're here a couple years ago, so he usually goes to those
They
games.
come here every year.
Yeah. Rotate
Under the new schedule.
Another local guy, another North Shore guy, Harry Gannis from Lynn, Massachusetts originally. So he actually was a baseball and football star. Played both sports at Boston University at BU. This is him in his BU football
Nice.
jersey. So he was drafted by what was now the Cleveland Browns. They're called the St. Louis Browns at that time. Chose to sign with the Red Sox because he wanted to stay local, support his family. He was actually, it's a sad story, he was hitting .313 for the Red Sox in 1955. He was 26 years old. He actually had a heart condition that no one knew about, so he actually passed away from a pulmonary embolism at age 26. He would have been like a national star for sure. So his nickname was the Golden Greek. BU's hockey arena is named Gannis Arena after him. They changed the name of the street to Gannis Way to honor him. And in Lynn, every summer they have the Gannis All-Star Games, which are high school all-star games, boys and girls, like all different sports. So that's how they remember Harry Gannis. So the other stuff behind us. So this is from the Bruins Foundation. This isn't a sports museum affiliated, but they just put this up here during the playoffs. they're doing a raffle with the QR code. You can win this awesome Bruins snowmobile. This penalty box is from the original Boston Garden. See, Terry O'Reilly, who's Bruins Hall of Famer, also the franchise all-time leader in penalty minutes. He actually had this. He wanted to make a bar out of it. He couldn't figure out what to do with it. He loaned it to us. So it's cool to see. We have a lot of stuff from the old building. This is kind of one of the more interactive pieces we have, and you can see just how different like penalty boxes were back then compared to now. This one is much more like primitive than the ones you would see the Bruins in now. And the NHL in general has changed so much hockey that like, I mean, back in the day they actually didn't have helmets, but goalies didn't have goalie masks. There was much more fighting in games. Bruins were called the Big Bad Bruins in the 70s. So they were really good. They won the Cup in 1970, 1972. But they actually were really physical too. So they won championships, but they're also like
I was supposed to be in the video.
Bruins had a very famous incident in the 70s. They were at Madison Square Garden. Couple Bruins were in the penalty box. And they climbed out of the penalty box and fought Rangers fans in the stand. Which is crazy to think of now. Like the only thing you can compare to that now, I think of like this era.
Come in again.
Oh, more videos.
I went to Beverly. I know. Wait a minute. Hunter, and you're two steps. You're just gonna go this way. They get ball penetration. All right, one follow later. All right, let's go. Move out. Roll out.
I'm just taking videos of myself now.
I'm a Roblox. I'm a basketball player. I'm an Xbox. I'm a soccer ball. I'm a sports ball.
Alright, here we are.
Elevator
You
B.
gotta stay right in front of the elevator.
Alright, and then don't
Basketball players. No.
Hello, YouTube. I'm monotone.
Basketball players would be way too tall.
Prove.
So are these like, I guess these are.
Oh, what the fuck? Burn what?
Welcome to Marcus Carr.
This is my video.
Welcome to Marcus Carr's YouTube channel. If you on this channel, you can find Ultimate Brain Rot.
What?
Smells like this.
Nothing.
This piece of sauerkraut. This one sauerkraut too. I don't know what it smells like. It smells like
I love now inside.
cabbage.
Farted our food.
Hello.
Alright, one more elevator is to come down. They must have summoned one.
Hello.
Hello. I'm so sad.
Alright.
Good guys.
YouTube, if you're wondering why you're gonna see back screens a lot, it's because I'm in the video. Because the lights turned off and I was in the video, so.
Excellent. It's actually because there's lots of people around me that my next. Yeah, it's cool place.
And we didn't get the permission to be in the video, so we gotta be signaling all that. Type signaling all that.
That's Hall of Famers, YouTube, because you didn't know that. Oh, look, Celtics.
Oh, I thought that's with Joe Biden.
Almost.
Almost.
Just imagine Joe Biden was to end the
If Joe Biden was in the NHL,
I would laugh.
I would laugh so hard. 82-year-old Joe Biden. That'd be so
I'm
funny.
kind of upset that he kind of dropped out.
I'm very upset. But guess what? You know his vice president? She's running for president
Yeah.
against Trump. And
I believe she's like African American, Asian.
Lot-
So
lot-
hopefully she will be our first African
more people
and Asian president who's a woman.
more people are voting for her than Trump. Marcus, more people are voting for her than Trump. So we're good. America's gonna be great again.
Do you remember the last time somebody said that?
Yeah, I do.
Special.
You're special as well, buddy.
Just imagine the football players that
And I don't like in football, they're in like their own club.
I actually play football.
I keep thinking your shirt is the Spider-Man shirt from the that Korean movie about the Spider-Man.
gay guy. Hey guy, I'm stupid.
Oh, so you were going to say that.
No.
I would get canceled. I like this view.
I like that.
I like the seats.
Dish up.
Meditating?
No sound.
Wait, stand
Before
up.
you go
Don't
down.
look at me. No, stand up. Stand up. Don't look at me.
Oh my God, I can.
Wouldn't be strange if we saw Declan down there. I'd be like, Declan, how'd you do? Wouldn't you?
Marcus, watch me jump. You got.
Wait, can you do that again?
I'm gonna jump. Because you know I hit my leg and stuff.
If that was Declan, I'd be like this.
Oh, damn.
I'd be like,
We're moving. Chat.
Shit, we moving again. I think we move more than Queso does.
I think people can come in and eat, but if you're gonna sit here, it's only for what you're sitting there.
We're served.
Actually, guys, we shouldn't be fat shaming. That's not allowed.
Actually, he's a Twitch streamer, so who cares?
Y'all's gonna get a YouTube channel.
Yeah. Well, look at the tiles. I have to cover the screen again. It's been going on for 51 minutes.
Guys, just make it clear, the room just turned off and I'm in the video, so that's why it's
I have to cover the screen because some people say I can take videos of it.
and we don't have their permission.
But we can only take our videos of our feet, that's all.
Feet pics.
at the old building, if you've been to Fenway, Fenway has all the poles, like you sometimes behind a pole in Fenway. The old Boston Garden had all that stuff.
Stay with the group, please.
So there would be over 10% of the seats at the old Boston Garden, like that one right there. You'd be either behind a pillar or you'd be under an overhang from like a higher level of seating. So there are a lot of obstructed view seats. Way more than really no obstructed view seats like that here. Fenway, since it's so old, has obstructed view seats. 1,000 years old. Yeah, 20 years ago. Yeah. Oh yeah. We're working on it. Look at the original center scoreboard with no TV screen, no nothing. So it's hard to tell. But those seats literally hung right over those seats.
Like going to my video.
You can't say that.
I'm burning chicken nuggets.
Played here for 21 years, didn't win a cup, so they actually traded him to Colorado, and he won a Stanley Cup with them.
That jersey.
This jersey. Oh, that jersey. You got the platinum bidon. Make out weird.
Back to my natural habitat. It's my natural habitat, prison.
Right.
Oh, put that bottle with bleach. Dude, I feel bad for this guy. We wearing his people.
It is.
So we have
Birthday is time.
He was hosting somewhere else, right?
It came out.
very good hockey, yeah. That's what we also have. So there's hockey jerseys, there's luge, figure skating, all USA.
What's luge?
It's like this little sled. You go down like a very icy track. You go really fast. It's crazy. It's similar to like a bobsled.
Oh, okay.
The luge is even like smaller, so it's like more aerodynamic. Bobsled, like you can put, I think it's like 3 people in a bobsled at a time.
Okay.
This Cool Runnings, if you've ever seen it, it's a 90s movie, kind of our era growing up.
Cool, it's awesome. Look
Disney
it up.
movie, Cool Runnings.
Dead Mouse
Look up that, it's a great movie.
It is a good movie.
Track and field.
Yeah,
And then the pictures behind us here, these are all different Olympians over the years from the New England area. Hughes sisters are from Massachusetts, they're on the soccer team. A lot of people are Celtics up there, yeah. Most people forget Shaq's last year with the Celtics, winning the NBA. He's on the Celtics, so his size 23.
I made a view.
Just a little bigger, yeah. His are just
I made a view.
like tiny bit. Marcus also number 33.
So pretty.
That's a piece of parquet. This is one of our probably the most valuable things we have. Parquet from the original Boston Garden with all these autographs. Hall of Famers, Havlicek, Bird, Bill Walton, Dave Cowan, Bob Cousy, Red Auerbach, Bill Russell, Tommy Heinsohn, Kevin McHale.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's
So Lizzie from Native Mass on the Heisman, everyone is at BC. He's played in the Canadian Football League for a while. Then he's on the Bears, Chargers, Bills. Bills made a cereal when he's on the Bills, Ziti Flakes. And then he ended his career with the Patriots.
nice. What year was that one with the Pats?
Probably like 7 or 8.
Okay, because I know those 7 year ones. Well, except for
Of course.
oh, I remember that.
This is all Patriots memorabilia. Julian Edelman cleats and gloves. Drew Bledsoe helmet, Adam Vinatieri cleats, Gronk signed for
You're gonna have to.
Belichick cut off hoodie. Old logo.
Probably for the camera.
And they used to be called the Boston Patriots originally because Fenway Park, they originally played in Fenway Park. That was their home stadium before they moved to Foxborough.
Watch out, everybody, to the glass.
Yeah, foul. I've actually
What if I just stole that?
Alright, mine now.
I think I won. I had a nickel. Oh my god. I barely even tapped on it.
I don't love it.
What if I just stole this entire gun? Yeah.
looked at what we not like. What are we doing?
They actually sent to Milwaukee to the new job right now. They made the World Series in 1948. They played the Indians. Their park was basically where Northeastern is now, Northeastern University. But yeah, so they moved. It's crazy that Boston had 2 Major League Baseball teams. Like, we're not a huge city. Chicago and New York can have 2, but it's crazy that we had 2 for a while.
Oh, and yeah, 2 New York baseball teams face off tonight. Yeah.
Dude, is that the dog that goes?
Where's the cleat? That's pretty cool.
They cleaned out the kitchen.
Are you bleeding?
No, I just want to show these two.
We're there cooking up rice.
You're right.
I'm kind of hungry right now.
You should have like snack.
Yo, that was a joke because there was popcorn there.
Air. Oh.
So the WNBA team is going to get done. They're actually playing a game there in August. First time they've ever played a game.
I might actually get that
Are you
game.
gonna go?
Jack, can I remind you to make sure you're not interrupting him or raising your hand?
Michael Myers.
Yeah, so they actually,
I am
there's
a
rumors
Suns
that
fan.
Boston will get a WNBA team at some point. They play at Mohegan Sun, which is one of the casinos in Connecticut. But that's probably going to be sold out. That'll be like a really good atmosphere. Women's basketball right now is blowing up between college basketball and now WNBA.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark, exactly. So they used to, NBA actually didn't have shot clocks back in the day on top of the baskets like they do now. So they would have to carry them city to city, like arena to arena, so you put them like on the corner of the court.
That's a good picture of your head.
Old man. This is stuck in 1886.
Oh boy. Oh cool.
The channel was created in 1886. We'll never see 1887.
I'm going through my Arthur Morgan accent.
Do it.
You're right, girl. Calm down, girl. Alright. My guys are direct. Not me. I gave you all the things I needed. Oh, dude. Think outside. Dude, that's radical. Oh my god, that's seriously cool. Oh my god. That guy looks like he's got some. That looks like he was constipated.
We're so cooked. We're the last of our bloodlines. Hi, Declan. How do you like the tour so far? I got so many videos.
David Ortiz, Pedro Martinez, Hall of Famers, some of the great Red Sox of all time. Both from the Dominican Republic. Both guys on the team in 2004 when they finally won the World Series. Also 07. Pedro was gone by the time they won again in 13. So that's Ortiz in 2013.
And then Ortiz was gone when they won in 18.
Very good, very good. So yeah, so they won 4. in a short amount of time after they hadn't won one in 86 years. So
This is
changed dramatically.
It is cool. And,
We're gonna go to the Super Bowl.
Two loops of the garden.
What floor are we doing? What happened to 5 and 4?
I was thinking the bigger elevator. You said 3 is maybe this is in the group pick myself like. I never knew why.
Yeah, but Zach, I could see like towards the upper, this part, upper part. Look at that. That's different.
One more.
I like this. Like there's a lot of displays. Everybody, what does everybody think?
I love it.
Get like 3 more people.
This is some. I like seeing the displays like the old jerseys and uniforms and medals and confetti and stuff. And it's a lot, you know. A big stadium. They're setting up for a concert.
Hey guys. Hey guys.
oh, that waiting on one more group.
yeah, one more group, guys.
Everyone's doing great, by the way. Thank you, Miss
He's the best.
Who's the best?
Here comes the last.
Alright, so we're actually gonna go down this winding hallway down here.
This way, everybody.
I need to get higher. I think I see one.
21. That's 21.
If it was the team before, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to regret it. I'm just taking videos of me walking.
So soon.
Oh, but it was only feet.
David's not here. Oh, there.
What's this locker room? Family room. This is the first part. We'll go to a locker room afterwards. So this is the family room for the Bruins or the Celtics. Also visiting teams as well, though they don't use it as much unless it's like the playoffs, because typically visiting teams' families wouldn't be with them on the road unless it was like a big playoff game. So this is where a spot where it's mostly empty right now, obviously. On like a game night, game day, it would be filled with furniture. There's like high top tables. There's a bunch of food, drinks. It's a spot that's private that families of the Bruins or Celtics can come. Because they'll either be in like a suite during the games or they'll be in like seats in the crowd. This is a spot where the public's not allowed, so that especially if you have kids, it's a good place to get away from like the craziness and noise of the arena. So when the Bruins and Celtics put this in, this actually was kind of revolutionary at the time. Like not every building had one. Now they're much more standard. So yeah, there's this main room right here. There's actually a choir room right there. It's either for kids or like nursing moms right there. Then there's 2 playrooms. There's one there and then one for younger kids behind there. This is actually a 2-way glass, so you can see inside, but they can't see outside.
So if they need to interrogate a family member, got it.
Gotta do something like that with police. So if you follow the Celtics at all right now, Deuce Tatum, Jason's son, is like as famous as anyone involved with the Celtics these days. I think he's only 5 years old, but he'll have he probably like runs this room, I would assume, during my games. Just based on how often he's on camera. So yeah, this is the family room. We'll actually, other groups coming, and we were gonna go down. We're gonna take a right here. All right, guys.
Hey, it's gonna be tight in the hallway here. Let's make sure we stick to the wall.
Oh, NBA Finals.
Yeah, so these are all, you'll see these in here, they're in the hall, we're going down too. They're decals, they actually look like they're like painted on, but they're actually, if you look up close, they're stickers that they put on for the finals. There's ones of like the Larry O'Brien trophy too. Very cool, right? We figured like if they had lost the finals, they probably would have like taken those down right away, but since they won, I don't think they're in a rush to take them down. So this room here, this is actually called the Star Performers Room. So similar to the family room that we were just in, this is more for any performers that are here. So either musical acts, comedians, even WWE when Raw was here a couple weeks ago. Same kind of idea of like this is a spot where performers can either hang out before the show or after the show. And if the concert's going on, you'll see we'll go out these doors right here. The stage will be like right there, so it's easy access kind of in and out. When you see where the Celtics locker room is versus where they go through the tunnel, it's actually funny because they have like a really long walk or run from their locker room to the tunnel. Yes, good question.
So what is the main area just like right behind that wall?
Yeah, we're gonna go out that way after we're in here, and you'll see we're actually gonna go on the arena floor that's right there. So yeah, so the whole idea is just this is a place, again, like the family room. This is empty right now, but when there's a concert here, actually you'll see when we go through the long hallway, all the furniture that's stacked up. Every performer actually has their own furniture shipped in, so they'll have their own couches, their own seats. Oh yeah. Catering,
Travel with my own couch.
plants, like any type of aesthetic like that they're looking for, drinks, like whatever they want. So that's how, if you're on the road so much, like performing, if you're doing a tour, you kind of feel like you're at home because it's like your own stuff or stuff that you kind of handpicked.
Oh, like a hotel kind of. It's funny, you know?
Exactly.
Hanging out with your friends.
Exactly. So we're gonna go out this way right here. This wall, we're actually gonna be able to go out on
For the video.
I'm going to try to do it for an hour.
I don't think YouTube will.
Huh?
You have to say that multiple clips for YouTube to upload to an hour. So you have to stop recording and then once you're done recording, you have to be weird. So you can get clips to it.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say weird. You don't. Weird's not a bad thing.
I don't use
nothing wrong with weird, I'm weird.
YouTube for
And I'm not even rich.
upload videos.
People that force you to do that.
Because
That's what I
that's
mean,
the
right?
only way. to,
Eventually,
like,
someone's gonna be like, "Oh, dude, you're not using the same tool as are you?" No. Whatever.
Celtics.
Way up there. Now you can get this looking
This is good too because this was blocked off the last couple weeks because they're doing so much construction. That we couldn't come out here. So this is cool. They just opened us up this week.
Is that where they like have like
The highlight
videos of people kissing?
Oh yeah, the kiss cam.
Yeah.
Guys, good pick. Good pick, real quick. I gave Richard the camera, so everyone get in. Teachers too.
Is everybody done from being over there?
Declan, you want to crouch down a little bit?
I'll get down in the front.
You guys in the front? Are you looking? Michael, look at the camera.
Wait, can we see you?
Do you want to go?
There, brother. Come back here. Yeah.
Here we go. Take a couple. 1, 2, 3. Chieftain's on 3. 1, 2.
Chieftain's on 3. Yeah.
I don't know if they sort of.
They did.
No, they didn't.
They changed the mascot.
No, they didn't.
Yes,
Oh,
they did.
they did.
Yeah. They changed it to the football M.
So yeah, so this is actually where we're going through right now. The Celtics run through this tunnel. Their bench, if the court was out right now, the Celtics bench would be like right here. So you'll see they actually run like down that long hallway through here to go there. Obviously, it didn't really affect them this year. They won the title, so didn't make a big difference. Yeah, they're everywhere.
What's that?
Bruins locker room. You can go in it, but you can see like where it is right there.
I can see the Bruins. I see the Larry O'Brien trophy.
Furniture I was talking about in the concert.
This is awesome. This is a land of exciting and entertainment. This is amazing. This is so. It's like all black and is this the locker room? Black shoes.
I'm going.
Whoa! I want to move in here.
Same.
This is my new house.
This is my new house, chat.
But I think we need more people to live with this.
No, this is
Yeah. I want my friends, not you, but my other friend to be
That's where they are. That's where they hang out.
Guys, this is like
BU hockey jersey. Boston University. So yeah, you guys can sit down too if you want.
So this is
It's
where
like a
this
steel.
is where the news comes in.
Ah, there we go.
This is like the steel chair in WWE.
Thanks.
That's true. Exactly. Yeah. So it used to be we had separate for NHL and NBA. They redid the visitors locker rooms a couple years ago because like they weren't.
I love this song.
They merged into this one.
I feel it should be worse than this. I think the visitors locker rooms are
No, it used to be way worse than this for sure.
If it done on, it's not.
Oh, the old
That's why you can't
Well, the
continue.
old garden, hot water when we're on like cold days, AC when we're on hot days, like they had a lot of pretty good. So yeah, so this is actually visitors locker room. So when the